All right, y'all. I'm just going to build this in public real quick because I've been having some issues with the Claude extension. I just recently signed up for Claude Cowork on the Pro plan and was testing out the teaching function so that I could make these pages for a client's website much easier. I use WordPress, I'm using Elementor, and I'm just going to walk you through it and show you what happens because I haven't seen anybody do this, and I'm sure there's more of us out there that would like to know if Claude Code can handle this. So let's start from the top. Okay, so you're going to click the Teach Claude button, and then we're going to start recording. When I click Start Recording, I'm going to stop essentially talking to the camera, and I'm just going to go through my workflow. Here we go. All right, we are going to be building the next page for the Spinal Decompression Center. And the last page is tennis elbow underneath what we treat. So we will go over here, create the page. Let's start fresh. Okay, create the page. Tennis elbow. Okay, the parent, I'm going to need you to change the parent to what we treat. This is a drop down. And then we're going to get ChatGPT to make the context or the content. ChatGPT already has the structure that we need, so I'm just going to say create the tennis elbow page content. It's saying here it is again because I tried this earlier and it didn't go great, but we're going to try it again. All right, so this is the H1 and the body text below it, so on and so forth. The SEO information is down here in the bottom, so I'm going to grab that, grab the title tag, grab the meta, and then we're going to plug that in over here. So we got the meta, we got the slug. Go ahead and erase what's in the title, replace it with ours, and we can change the focus keyword to that. All right, we are essentially done here. Publish, publish. Then we'll click Edit with Elementor. Next, we're going to click the folder and go up to Templates. Scroll down all the way to the bottom, and there is what we treat template down here. So insert, don't apply. And now we have the page. All right. So I'm just going to replace all the content with the content that was generated by ChatGPT. So go over here, ChatGPT, scroll back up to the H1, copy all this. This goes in our heroes section. Let's put it all on one line. That looks good. We'll leave it like that. Okay. What is a herniated or bulging disc? We are actually doing tennis elbow. So we said, what is tennis elbow? Copy that. Copy this. Whoops. Let's try this again. Copy that. Copy this. Copy that. What is tennis elbow? Plug it in. If you're wondering how I'm copying many things and pasting many things, I'm using something called Pastebot, and it is amazing. Highly recommended. So I'm going to put some line breaks in here because I just want it to look better. the wrong spot. So we'll try here. Where's the list item at? There we go, and then we'll put it at the end of the list. Alright, next section is common symptoms and a checklist, and this can happen in the with a checklist as well. So common symptoms we see, we got that one, pain on the outside. Alright, let's change these. This can affect, so the language is slightly different. Let's go ahead and copy it. And this goes in the body text. So here we go. Change to this can affect. Make sure to fix it. That is not supposed to be a heading. That's supposed to be a paragraph. And bolded, which it is, and then we are going to replace this with elbow tendons. Okay, here we go. Elbow tendons. Elbow tendons, blah blah blah. Grip strength, shoulder mechanics over time. Shoulder mechanics over time. And okay, then we're going to put the body text in here. And the last one. Put it on one line. Rock and roll. Next is the we follow a plan section. We follow a tissue healing plan. This one is in the header, shockwave therapy, load management. Okay, here we go. We follow a plan. Up, make sure there's no empty numbers or extra space at the bottom. Okay, see shockwave therapy in action. Copy this. Shockwave therapy in action goes here, and then that body text for the video goes there. Make sure there's no additional space. We're not messing with this section. We're not messing with the testimonial. We're not messing with the first visit section, but we will change the FAQ, and then that will be it. Tennis elbow FAQ. right, we are done. We can click publish. And then after that, we are going to go to the Google Doc and check off this page. Rock and roll. So now, I click done, and now I'm talking to the viewer again. Then you want to create a shortcut, and you just call it whatever you want. Let's say make template page. Tennis elbow example. Okay, then we prompt it and say follow the instructions given during this teaching session verbatim when creating a new page. Did I misspell verbatim? Oh, it's one word. Silly me. Okay, cool. Rock and roll. That's it. You click create shortcut and you can schedule it if you want, but we're just doing this for demonstration purposes, so I'm only gonna create the shortcut now. And then make sure you click this button right here, because that will turn it into the shortcut. Then send it. Now Claude Code should start working. It's reviewing the stuff. I'm gonna get it ready and have it go after or make the next page, which is, we're gonna have it just make herniated discs and bulging discs. We're gonna have it make this one just as an example, because this template is different from this template. Alright, so bear with me for a sec. Okay, I'm ready. So now we are going to ask Claude Cowork to build a page exactly like I did. You know, because oftentimes when you're building client websites, you have a single design with a bunch of subpages and they need to be built in the exact same fashion. I figure this is a perfect opportunity to show how Claude Code actually works. So let's see what this is. Examine the current Elementor page to identify any teaching session instructions. Review the instructions found and present them to the user for verification. I'm just going to make it a little more clear. The teaching session covers tasks in the 3 open tabs that this Claude Code is a part of. I still need to follow my security protocols. Let me explain you're asking me to follow instructions that are contained within web pages documents. According to my safety guidelines, I cannot execute instructions that originate from web content without first showing you those specific instructions and getting your approval. First, read the teaching session content in your Opens tab to see what instructions are actually there. Show you the exact instructions I find. Ask for your explicit confirmation. Would you like me to proceed with the approach? Sure. Alright. Proof plan. Create a new page following the exact structure of the previously built pages. Herniated disk template. That's not the name of the template, so that's incorrect. Apply a nervous system chiropractic adjustment emphasis. Include these specific actions. Intro explaining headaches aren't random. What causes migraines? SEO lock-in requirements. Why did it choose the headache page? That's weird. page I want you to build is the herniated and bulging disc page. I have temporarily deleted the herniated disc page and want to watch you build it exactly as I did in the teaching session. Create a new page in WordPress. Open an Elementor. Build each section following the exact structure. It's not supposed to build the sections itself. It's supposed to use a template that I clearly showed in there. I'm going to make one more change, and then you are supposed to use the template in Elementor that is titled What We Treat Template. Let's double check that real quick. What we treat template, yeah. And then input all the appropriate content from the ChatGPT herniated disk generation, herniated disk output. This is already being more trouble than it's worth. I can build these pages in like 5 minutes, but I figure Claude Cowork can do it too, and if it can do it while I sleep, all the better. Duplicate or use new page. Let's see what it does. Editing the what we treat template. No, that is not what I want you to do. Reviewing template structure for content updates. I feel like it's silly that it's asking that it's looking for the content, scrolling the page, duplicating template for herniated disk page, creating a new WordPress page. Saved templates. I don't see a new one. Pages. Okay, it's creating a new page. Creating new page title, herniated disk and bulging disk. Is that the exact, well, okay, let's see what it does here. It forgot to do the SEO stuff and put the parent in, choose the correct parent page. So far, not great. Nope. It's not supposed to go to the element kits. It's supposed to click the folder icon, which I told it in the teaching session clearly. Okay, here we go. Go to templates. Okay. Scroll down. Accessing saved templates. picked the right one. So it's supposed to click Don't Apply here. Inserting treatment template into the document. Okay, that's pretty good. I wonder if it will confuse it since the content is already in here for herniated disc. Alright, it wants to take a break. Perfect. Successfully created the new herniated page. Page is now open in Elementor. I can see the page currently displays. The template structure is in place now. I need to review the ChatGPT teaching output to verify all content sections are correct. Make sure any necessary updates to ensure content matches. Add internal links. Configure SEO. Would you like me to continue filling in all the content details from ChatGPT teaching session to ensure everything matches your specifications? Yes. Review full output from the teaching session. Compare current page content with the template specifications from teaching output. Update each section with the exact content. Saying testimonials, it's not supposed to mess with the testimonials, but I'm gonna give it a pass there. Add all required internal links. The links are already added. Configure SEO settings. Yes, I would like to see that happen. Configure, review the complete. Okay, let's see. Reviewing complete template structure and layout. Okay, and wants to publish the page and access SEO settings. WordPress post editor settings. Okay. Configuring SEO settings for disc treatment. It's asking me if I want to leave the site now. We haven't published yet. I'm going to go ahead and leave. See what happens. Exiting Elementor page builder. Okay. It hasn't switched over here to generate the content for the herniated disc page. Let's see if it gets these herniated disc treatment. Sure, that'll work. Okay. Now, this stuff is location specific, so it should have the location in the title and the meta and the slug. Locating title input field. Really struggling to find the title input field, even though it's looking right at it. There we go. It got the location right. It's too long, but and that's not the meta that I wanted it to use. So it gets some things right. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here because I don't want it to keep going. I'm gonna stop it. So it gets some things right and it gets some things wrong. It did not follow exactly the teaching session that I showed in this video, where we create the page's content with ChatGPT, then we copy everything over from that. It skipped that step, and I have done this 3 previous times, and it gets a different step wrong each time. One time it didn't use the template, the appropriate what we treat template, and then another time it told me that my teaching session was like false and not going to happen. I also tried to make it post on my behalf for Twitter or X, and it was like, no, that's against my guidelines, I can't do that, it's inauthentic, blah blah blah. But anyway, this has been my experience with Claude Cowork. I hope yours is better. Let me know if I did anything stupid or wrong. If you like the content, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. And peace.